What is going on, people? My name is Joseph, and welcome back to Money Block. Now, I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend and is now looking forward to the new week ahead. Apologies for the delay in content, however. As you know, guys, this world has been severely crippled with this COVID 19 pandemic. It has pushed businesses and everyone's businesses on the back burner, including mine. I've been very, very busy throughout these last weeks, with all these new policies and guidelines implemented, social distancing, the curfews, etc. It's really unprecedented times, guys, and I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are doing whatever it takes to protecting yourself and your loved ones, practicing proper hygiene, the washing of the hands, etc. Just being aware, alert, circumspective, and doing whatever it takes in keeping yourself and your loved ones safe. But I must say this, guys, that all these viruses, the past viruses, the bubonic plague, the Spanish flu, SARS, MERS, whatever it is, all of these have one thing in common. They eventually pass. And COVID 19 is no exception. It will pass. It will. It's just a matter of time. But you know what will not pass? Cryptocurrencies. It will be here for a very long time, if not forever. So that's what I wanted to get into today. I wanted to speak about all the cryptocurrencies that I'm currently holding and I will be holding throughout these pandemic times. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of all the cryptocurrency that I currently hold in my bags in my portfolio. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first cryptocurrency up is of course Bitcoin. Now before I venture off any further, I just want to remind you guys that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a random guy on the internet giving you entertainment. So this is all for fun. I'm not saying that you should go out and buy these tokens just because I do or I hold them. No, this is all just entertainment. And I won't be going in depth into these cryptocurrencies. I'm just going to be brushing the surface of them and just telling you just a short run of all the tokens that I currently hold. Right, so Bitcoin. Of course, if you're into cryptocurrency and you don't have Bitcoin in your portfolio, then you're doing cryptocurrencies wrong. It's a reason why Bitcoin sits at top coin markets all times ranking. It has stood the test of time. It has been labeled dead numerous times and it always comes out on top. It is dubbed the internet money, the new gold or gold 2.0. It has excellent store of value which is said to be surpassed, which they have said it will surpass gold in a couple of years. It's actually cannot be counterfeited like fiat money. It's finite as opposed to fiat's infinite quantity, and it's actually fungible, meaning it can be used to purchase goods and services. So if you have a portfolio, I believe that Bitcoin should make up at least 50% of your portfolio. If not, you're doing it wrong. Alright, next up is Ethereum. Right, now as you see here, Ethereum is a global open source platform for decentralized applications. Now, most cryptocurrencies or altcoins that you see out there use what is called the ERC20 token standard. ERC20 token are the standard protocol for smart contracts on Ethereum's blockchain, which is powered by Ether. All that scientific mumbo jumbo stuff, but summarize it to say that Ethereum makes it far easy for anyone to create a decentralized application or dApp on their blockchain or create a cryptocurrency or altcoins. You probably wouldn't even need to know programming to create one. It's so easy. All you have to do is just Google it and it's there right at your fingertips. So I have a couple of these in my bags. I plan to hold them for quite some time. And they actually are going up another notch as well. They plan to release Ethereum 2.0, which is pretty much makes the blockchain far faster, improve its speed drastically. Yeah, so that's it for Ethereum. The next one I'm holding is the bomb tokens. No, during the bear markets around Q4 of 2018, a guy by the pseudonym Zachary Dash made a post in a cryptocurrency group that I was in. Now he stated that he wanted to experiment with a token which is now called the bomb token, and he wanted to see how persons would value a deflationary currency over time. Now the thing is, most traditional cryptocurrency today uses what is called the inflationary method, meaning they inflate over time. New currencies are minted and added to the total supply and or the circulatory supply. Bitcoin, for example, is one. Each time a block is created, a new bitcoins are minted and added to the total supply, or rather added to the circulatory supply. No, it can never be over 21 million. That does not change, but it increases the circulatory supply, so it inflates over time, and until it reaches the max of 21 million, which is estimated around the year 2150. Now the thing is, with bomb, they use what is called a deflationary method, or they wanted to experiment with a deflationary method. The thing is, there is a million bomb created, and each time a bomb is sent over the blockchain, or that token is sent over the blockchain, 1% of that transaction gets destroyed or burned forever. So let's say I have 10 bomb tokens and I want to send you those 10 bomb tokens. Now when I enter that into the blockchain and send it to you, you will only receive 9. But you're going to say, wait, 1% is not, 1% of 10 isn't 1, that's 0.1, right? But the contract doesn't consider decimal. Well, decimals are always rounded up to the nearest whole number. So the fact that it is 0.1, it will be rounded up right up to 1. So 1 out of that 10 tokens that I sent you would be burned. So you'd only receive 9. And if you send those 9 to me, it will be, I will receive 8, and it goes on. So each time a transaction is done, 1% of that of the amount of token is burned. No, they have become very successful, as when they initially started out, they garnered a lot of attention, a lot of eyes. A lot of persons wanted to take part in this experiment, which saw this, that was the catalyst for bomb to leave from the price of 10 cents all the way up to around $14, which of course they have dropped back now to around a dollar, or about 90 cents. But I'm very curious to see how far this token can go. So I have some bomb and I plan to be holding for quite some time. Now next up, let's talk about XIO. This is one of my favorites. Now XIO comes from the same founders of the bomb tokens discussed previously. They boast of becoming the platform to host and build incubated projects. Now, contrary to the vestige ICO models, where projects normally, users would give these projects their money in exchange for tokens of that project and hope that the company delivers and brings value to those tokens. The problem was most of these projects failed, and some were seen as a scam. Some were actually a scam, robbing millions of persons of their money. Now XIO, on the other hand, gives the users or citizens, the citizens are what they're called in the XIO space, it gives these citizens the option of investing in a project without losing their funds. So contrary to the ICO days, where you normally give a project your money, or well, you normally buy the project's tokens, right, hoping that that project will somehow become successful. So you're playing a gambling game basically. With XIO, what you will do is stake your funds. So how it works is that once a project passes through the network, the citizens have the option of investing in that project by locking up or staking their XIO token in exchange for that project's token. So the project, how the project benefits is that it earns interest of all the stake tokens. So the longer or more tokens that are staked with that project, the more the project earns. Now, the best thing about this is that if that project is not delivering, or say it's not meeting its goal, you can simply unstake all of your tokens from that project at no loss to you, and also still retain the project's native token. So the onus is always on the company to deliver. It probably might sound a bit confusing to you, but then my next video would probably be on this particular token. It's my favorite token. It's actually skyrocketing in price now, as a lot of new eyes have been drawn onto it. So my next video will be on that. I will explain it in depth. Right, so yeah, I believe that this project will definitely be one to watch. So with that out of the way, we move on to the next one, which is Polymer. Polymer, being a security token, it wants to bring the same success to security tokens that Ethereum brought to most utility token. In 2018, security tokens were a hot topic, but as of now, it's basically has been heavily overhyped. But don't get me wrong though, security tokens are a big plus, even with its slow start for adoption in 2020. So picture Ethereum. That's basically what Polymath is, but it's doing it in a more, could I say, regulated or structural or governing model. So in 2017, with the ICO model, most persons complained to their government that they were being scammed with the ICO scams, right? And that caused the government to intervene and place a lot of ban on these ICOs and a lot of cryptocurrencies. That's pretty much where Polymath emerged, or the whole concept of security tokens emerged. So Polymath wants to do the same as Ethereum, but in a more regulated, following a particular guideline, because the government had placed certain guidelines and principles that certain cryptocurrencies must follow in order to raise money. So those guidelines were implemented in security tokens, and that is basically what Polymath is trying to do. Right, so I have a couple of these as well, holding on for their life, as they would say in the crypto space, hodl, holding on for their life. So that is one of which I have in my bags currently. Next one, let's look at POA. So two more tokens remain. I have POA and also the Telos, but for these two, I'm probably going to just leave the link to the website below, because it's kind of, if you're new to these things, it's kind of tedious and complex to really explain, to give you a good understanding of what they really do. So if you're interested, you can check out the link in the description. I'll put a link in the description where you can read up a lot more on these. And those two would wrap up my portfolio currently. But some honorable mention, or some tokens that I plan to check out in the near future. And when I say near future, probably by next week. One of them is the Matic network. Let me see here. Yeah, this is one of them that I'm probably gonna check out. Matic, Synthetics, Engine, and Nexus Mutual. I'll add a link in the description below to all of these websites. So yeah, these are currently what I'm holding now. No, I'm not saying that you should go out there and buy some, but I have a lot of belief in these projects, that they'll prove very valuable in the near future. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for checking in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.